Hello, all. It's come to my attention, and I had thought of this several days ago and it left me. However, it's come to my attention that you may not know exactly what I need from you or what's required from you for the Muscle Lab. So I figured I would do a quick little kind of a pre-lab like we would have had in lab to explain and get us all on the same page so that everybody knows what's required of them and there's not going to be that last minute, oh, but I didn't know kind of issue. All right. So this is the top of the first page, right? This is the handout that you were given. This handout is also available to you in the lab folder on Blackboard. If you need to get it or you want another copy, it's there for you to print out. Our second page is where we're going to start, just like we have in the past. Students should be able to identify all muscles included in the lab handout. Only the muscles on this handout, on this document, will be on your lab exam. One thing I noticed, and I'm not sure how it happened, but several folks, both on campus and off, gave me answers on the bone exam that weren't on the list. So they're going to be automatically wrong. So you want to make sure that you're using the muscles that are on our list. Okay, so that's real important. Number 2, state the general locations of the muscles included in the handout for your use. All right, that column next to those empty lines that you can see there for soleus or tibialis anterior, that empty space is for you to put your notes. How are you going to remember where those muscles are, what those muscles look like, so that when it comes to test time, you will be able to identify them? Number 3, using your text or dictionary.com, you're going to define that list of terms. Please know there will be questions that are definition questions. That's 100% for certain. All right, so you're going to need to be able to identify all of the muscles on the list, and you're going to need to be able to define these terms that are on the list for you. Now, I give you your text, which has virtually all of them. There might be one or two that you're going to have to look up someplace else. I suggest dictionary.com simply because when you look at the definition they give you, it's going to give you a hint, because some of these words, they might have a couple different definitions and they may not be applicable to anatomy and physiology. When you go on to dictionary.com, it will say biology, it will say anatomy and physiology, so that you'll have a clue as to which definition you're interested in. Another good source for those of you that are taking or have taken medical terminology, I'm relatively certain that comes with a medical dictionary, so that might be a good source for you as well. But please know, you will be tasked with defining words on the exam. And number 4, you know my personal favorite, you're going to need to spell the muscle names correctly. All right, now, back to the top of the first page. You'll see we've got our list divided up by location. Head and mastication. Mastication is muscles of chewing. Neck, extrinsic muscles of the eye. Just as an FYI, if you're looking for the muscles of the eye, you're going to need to look in the chapter that deals with the eye. It's not going to be in the muscle chapter. It's going to be in the chapter with the eye and vision. Now, what are you going to use to find all of these things? APR, right? Anatomy and Physiology Revealed, that's your go-to. I copied this right off of our Blackboard page. There is your code that you're going to need for a customized list. The other thing you're going to use is the PowerPoint that I made for you and is located in our lab materials. All right, so please know these are going to be the 2 sources for our images for our exam. Now, to remind you, the exam is going to be set up using multiple choice questions. All right, so that makes your life a little bit easier. I will be using images from both Anatomy and Physiology Revealed, the customized list, and this PowerPoint that you see the first page of. All right, so those are going to be our two sources. At this moment, I'm not certain if it's going to be on Blackboard or on Connect, but either way, the setup of the exam is going to be the same, and I will let you know well in advance which platform we're going to use, whether we're going to use Blackboard or Connect. Either way, it's going to be a multiple choice exam, right? There will be, let me check real quick, there will be 40 questions, each question worth 1 point apiece. I hope this helps get you better situated for taking care of the muscle exam and the task ahead of you.